Our next guest is a renowned podcaster and Emmy-winning maker of documentaries who immortalized both Andre the Giant and Kenny G. He has a new documentary series about the greatest love of his life, the Boston Celtics. You can see new episodes of Celtics City Mondays on Max. Please welcome Bill Simmons. I just want to tell you, people think it's rude when you don't say hello to Guillermo when you walk out first. So if you want to take
Bill,
another...
how are you? How you
Hi,
doing?
Guillermo.
Everything good? Good.
There you go. Okay, good. All right.
Is that what people say? That's on the streets?
People like when Guillermo is greeted before me. For me, I'd rather they come right here, but I didn't want you to look bad.
I feel so old because, right, like 10 minutes ago, your son came in and took a picture of me.
Yeah.
First year of the show when I was working here.
You were taking pictures of him.
Your kids were just playing in the bunk beds as you were trying to write your monologue, and now we're 21 years
He's
later.
still playing in the bunk bed.
Oh, he still has the bunk bed? Oh, good. All right.
That's true. You worked here at the very beginning of our show, even before the show started.
Yeah.
You were a writer for ESPN.com, and I know you know this, but
You fell in love with me.
I'll tell them. He was a writer for ESPN.com. I was a reader of your column.
Yep.
I said, hey, do you want to come out here and work on the show? And you worked on the show for about a year?
Yeah.
ESPN said, we need you to come back to ESPN.
They power played
back
you.
there. Then they fired you for stealing office supplies?
Yeah.
Is that what
That's
happened?
what it was. I got in some heat.
You got some heat. You left. You had your own podcast going.
Yeah.
And then you sold your podcast for like $1.8 billion or something
Ringer.
like that?
That's basically a summary, yeah.
Yeah. The podcast that they didn't want you to do
Right.
became kind of the center of your work.
That was when I first started getting feuds with them because I wanted to have Obama on in 2008. And They squashed it because they didn't want to lean either way.
Right.
And
they
I was
did
like,
not
this
want
guy
to.
might be president. Can we? And that
And
was
he's
it.
a basketball fan too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
I do
you're
want to
friends
talk
with
about Obama because I'm gonna do. I have a name drop here, and I apologize for this in advance. But I was having dinner with President Obama.
Oh, man, I don't even know him.
And I'm sitting there, and
I knew you when.
we're talking about stuff, and my wife's with me, and we're talking about he says, I wanted to mention, I listen to Bill Simmons and your cousin Sal on your podcast. He listens religiously to your podcast, and then spoke for at least 10 minutes about the podcast and went into detail about my cousin. He likes the Parents' Corner you guys do at the end of the show, and went into detail about my cousin Sal's Little League, wrestling, Pee Wee football, baseball.
Sal's son throwing up on a wrestling mat.
He knew about all of this
he knew
stuff.
everything.
And I was going crazy. I just wanted to leave immediately so I could call you guys and tell you.
You called me on the way home.
On the way home, I was still in the driveway.
And I actually, I figured out a way to get offended afterwards because you were so surprised he listened to my podcast. I was like, do I have like a rinky-dink podcast? It's one of the biggest ones.
I got to tell you, as soon as he said that at the beginning of the meal, I was like, we've got to get out of here now. No dessert. We're leaving so I could call these guys.
I'm going to do it the next time I have dinner with somebody and they're like, I really love Jimmy Kimmel Show. I'm calling you on the way home.
That would be great.
Like, you're not going to believe this
But
actor.
if they're sub-Obama, I don't even want the call.
That's true. It has to be a president. Maybe to be Biden.
Yeah. I don't even want that. I'm all right. Is NBA playoff time. Do you watch all the games?
I do, and it's actually good this year because the Clippers and Lakers are in it, so I get to actually go.
Are you still a Clippers
Don't woo the
fan, or are we
Lakers.
still?
I
hanging on to
have
that?
Clippers season tickets that I've held on.
Do you go to
sadly.
the games anymore?
I did go to some regular season, but all the playoffs.
You go to all the playoff games.
Yeah.
And does that? You're watching other games on your TV or are they spaced out enough that you don't have to overlap?
Spaced out. The drive's a little long to Inglewood. I will say that. So I'm probably gonna. I watch the game as I'm driving, which probably isn't safe.
This documentary series about the Celtics. Here's what I don't understand. How long have you been? When did you start those 30 for 30s at ESPN?
2009.
2009. How is it possible that you just got to this? As a big Boston Celtics fan, you just got to this.
Well, so here's what happened. We found out that the Lakers were doing one.
Okay.
And immediately got
you
competitive.
copy everything.
Well, it was two things. It was one, I want it to be better than the Lakers. And then two, somebody's going to respond by doing a Celtics one. And if they screw that up, I'm never going to forgive them. I'll probably have to kill them.
So that's what prompted you to do it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Spite?
Listen, You understand this more than anyone. We are two of the most spiteful people on
I
the
know
planet.
I'm spiteful, but
This is half of our text.
seems to be, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're Italian. Of course, we take stuff personally.
You're Italian?
I'm half Italian.
Really? Which half?
But my mom's side.
Are those green socks for the Celtics?
I wear it for the
my
crowd.
God.
Yeah.
This is your dream project, though, isn't it?
It is, and we were working on it during COVID. So I, much like you, I spent way too much time in the outline, pages and pages and pages of the pieces. We found a great director.
You got everybody. Who's the director?
We got Lauren Stoll.
And who do you get? Everybody you wanted to get?
No.
No. Okay.
No, because what happened is the guys on the other teams, they don't want to be like the villains in the sports movie anymore. They've figured this out with sports documentaries.
Oh.
So, like, we didn't get Magic,
You didn't
who,
get-
like, if you asked Magic right now to come on your show, he'd probably, like, barge through the door.
He is actually back there.
Magic will do anything. And he was like, no, I can't do it. So we didn't get Barkley, we didn't get Magic, we didn't get Isaiah, but we got basically all the Celtics.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got Larry Bird, which I know is a big deal.
It's a big deal
for
for me.
everyone,
Yeah.
but also for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's your favorite all time.
He's my favorite, but you were there when you did the celebrity softball game in '03, and I went with you, and you introduced me to my childhood idol, Fred Lynn, and
yeah.
Ian Ziering.
Freddie Lynn.
Within a 5-minute span, and I was like eternally grateful for
Both
you.
of your guys.
Two
yeah.
of the greats.
You got Bell, Biv, and DeVoe.
We did.
You did for the.
We did. Donnie Wahlberg. We found out that Donnie Wahlberg and his band wrote Hangin' Tough because they were hoping it would be the Celtics theme song after they won. And the Celtics said, no, thank you. They offered it for $500. The Celtics still said, no, thank you.
Really?
And they put it on their first album, and it became like a massive hit.
Yeah.
Hangin' Tough. Who knew?
I still think the Celtics made the right decision.
Yeah, they might have.
I mean, no offense, but that's not a very tough sounding song.
Well, is I Love L.A. like gritty?
I Love LA existed before the Lakers
That's true.
adopted it and
That's
before
true.
the Dodgers adopted it, but it's also a great song.
Well, I was thinking if we won a playoff game and the game's over and it Hangin' Tough kicks in, I don't know how that would work.
No, it wouldn't. You're in the documentary as well. This is just unbelievable. Let's zoom in on this photograph, because that's John Havlicek with the crutches, a great Celtics player. And that little boy is?
Yeah, that's me.
That is
So we had season tickets my dad got one ticket when I was 4 years old, started carrying me in, and nobody cared about the NBA back then, so the kids could just walk on the court, walk up to players. I would rebound for when they were doing the practices and stuff, and we all thought the NBA was going under.
This is the first time you met Larry Bird?
Yeah, photo day, one of the ushers.
Ah, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah, I think I was more excited about it than Larry was, if I remember. But yeah, that was Larry Bird's rookie year.
Your dad's in the documentary also, which is fun. Your dad's very recognizable.
He is.
Because he's got that big mustache, like Mark Twain or
Looks
whatever.
like Mark Twain. Your dad looked like Wolf Blitzer.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. I remember when your dad started coming on your show, and our dads are anonymous people who had good jobs, but then they start getting recognized.
And they love it.
They love it.
Oh, your dad loves it? Yeah, my dad loves it too.
Your dad would do the thing where he would call you and be like, you're not gonna believe what happened today. I'm like, let me guess, you're at the deli and somebody recognized you.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's it? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's happening with my dad now.
Let's make your dad a little more famous, because now this is a video from a game. This kid's going nuts here.
This is a famous social media video.
Very famous social media video, right? Yeah.
Yeah, my dad is with the mustache right there.
There he is in the sweater. Yeah, there he is.
This maniac is about to attack him, and he's just watching the Jumbotron.
Not reacting in any way.
No. Cool as a cucumber.
By the way, I also love the Yacht Rock documentary. And
thank you.
Yes, and I was talking to Rashida about it during the commercial break. She loved it also, yeah.
Oh, my first crush ever was Rashida's mom. Mod Squad?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't want to bring that up to her. I thought that'd
Maybe
be
it's
awkward.
meant to be.
Yeah. But I thought it was funny that I came back and she was the guest before me, because I wanted to be Link on the Mod Squad.
You will.
Randomly.
You will.
Someday. Maybe.
Since we're on the subject, you told Larry Bird, and correct me if I have this wrong, that of the 25 greatest moments of your life, he is involved in 20 of them.
Yeah, so I said that in 2012. Mm-hmm. So I think we're down to like 17.
You're down to 17?
I've had like 3 more good ones. Yeah.
Larry Bird was there when you lost your virginity, yes?
I don't know if he was there. Yeah. No, I was.
Give me a high five.
Fist pump. No, I just went to a lot of those games, and it was in the formative years. And you have the same thing with, you know, like how much you loved Letterman when you were a kid. Like
Yeah,
for me,
right.
it was the Celtics and Letterman and Eddie Murphy. And to be in the room for some of those games when we won, it's like, that's it. That's why you like sports.
Yeah. Well, it's
No
great.
applause from the crowd on that. I thought
Well,
that was
you know what?
It's like a sentimental moment we just had. Thank you.
Some of them weren't sure they were welcome in this country when they came. So, yeah. Well, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you.
Congratulations on this mammoth achievement.
Thank
It's
you.
called Celtics City. New episodes premiere Mondays on Max. And watch the Bill Simmons podcast with video on Spotify.
With Sal.
Yeah, you can see Cousin
Yeah.
Sal in the flesh. Bill Simmons, everybody. We'll be back with Sam Fender. Guillermo, do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now?
20 million.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20,000,001.